That's
And
so
we're back.
unfortunate. And we're back. Third time's a charm. Maybe. We'll see. Welcome again to another live RealmSmith D&D session. It is Tales from the Shattered Shield one more time. We're having some technical difficulties tonight, but it's all good. This is a rare Friday night public Tales of the Shattered Shield. Our first one, we ran everyone through the module from our first encounter crate of the year. This is the second encounter crate of the year. So this is a spoiler warning to everyone. Can I get a close-up, Joel? This is very serious. This is a spoiler warning to everyone who is watching, who may have a DM who is running our campaign, or to DMs out there, if you know who you have players who are watching this, tell them stop. Go over to their house and have a, what do they call them? An intervention, and tell them that they shouldn't be doing this because it spoils your life. So, spoiler warning, spoiler warning, spoiler warning. Quick announcements. First off, crates this month, almost the end of the month. You have a little bit more time to order. Starting in April, though, we're changing up our crates and the way we do them. Basically, when you subscribe, you get the first crate in the campaign and then every additional one. And so we've switched up because people were like, well, I want the first and second one. So that is what we're doing. We're also offering a limited amount of crates to everyone in April as well for people who missed January and February. So you'll be able to pick those up and order those kind of a la carte off the website. That website will be updated April 1st with all the new information of how things are going to work. Don't worry, those who are already subscribed, nothing will change for you other than the fact that you can get January and February if you missed it. Typically, we do these in the realm so that it's only people who own crates or DMs that own crates, so there's no spoilers. Again, this is my birthday, so I had a bunch of people around the table, friends and family, who I emotionally manipulated into having them here, and I'm very there's no I'm not shameful at all. Like, I'm not ashamed at all no, I just, it's my birthday and I'm 40, and if I want my family and friends to play, they will on my birthday. On Monday, Sentinels of the Storm will be here. Make sure that if you're enjoying what you're watching tonight, you follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, hit the little bell icon to be notified, so that you can check it out. We want to thank Elderwood Academy. We already did this the first time we went live, but Elderwood Academy has given us some swag for our noobs. We only have 2 noobs that are here. We can get a wide now.
I was going to Vanna White it.
We have only 2 noobs that are here right now, Ryan and Rachel.
High five.
Tim and Katie were not able to make it tonight, unfortunately, and we are sad that they are not here. Brandon is also not here. There was a slight issue with scheduling. He thought it was happening later, and it's not. So Brandon was going to play with us as well from the other streams, and he's not. And he also co-wrote this session. So actually mostly wrote it. I edited it and brainstormed. But anyways, I will give him credit for this. He is wonderful, and he's been doing a great job with our crates, and all those who subscribe to our crates would know that. We have made the switch to YouTube and Twitch rather than Facebook lately because algorithm issues and all of that stuff. And we just find Twitch and YouTube are better gaming platforms, and we can give you guys a better interactive experience on those platforms. So we have made the switch, and now we'll be doing that moving forward. I want to thank WizKids and Vallejo and Sirenscape. We don't have Sirenscape working. We should have done that, Joel, in the break when we went down, but we didn't. Sorry, Steve and Benjamin and everybody at Sirenscape. We thank you so much. And we have a specific sound set for this adventure that we branded, curated for this, that we don't have, unfortunately. What I'm going to do first, again, spoiler warnings. We are going to unbox the crate, and then we will move forward and continue on with tonight's game.
Do you want to set up Sirenscape while we do our player intros?
Yeah, I don't know if we have the time to do that because I have to download the sound set. Maybe not. I'll see. Okay, let's do this real quick. So, for those of you that are not familiar with our crates, this is what they look like right now. We are currently working on a custom box. Tim here, who is my best bud, is now working full-time for RealmSmith.
Yeah!
As of yesterday. or today. Today's your first official day.
Today's the first.
Who else
And
is
on
working
the
full time?
I am working full time too.
Shoddy vice president, though. So.
Tim is our logistics and operations manager, and so he is doing an incredible job of getting those crates to you guys. We're a little delayed this month because of customs issues, so we'll get them to you Monday. I think they're going out. That's the plan. So thank you for your patience. You will still get them. Like, we'll still send them within March, and then next month we'll get better at it. I'm going to unbox this real quick. In each crate, you get a pack, if you've ordered it, a pack of Vallejo paints. This is 10 paints to paint the minis that are in the box. So that is awesome. I'm just going to throw this stuff over here.
A close-up of that stuff.
Oops. We have minis. So, yeah, exactly. We have the Bandit minis from WizKids in this crate. We also have the Barrel and Pile of Barrels minis in this as well. Those are the WizKids unpainted minis, which are close to our hearts. We have 3 different Bones minis for bandits. They are the Bandit Leader, the Bandit Bully, and the Bandit Knocker. Can you open those up for me, please? I'm not saying I'm going to use them this session, but maybe I might.
So we might face some bandits?
The Bandit Knocker.
There's this really quick. I'm just going to show you like this and then do that. That's for the DMs to give out. Then you have a whole pile of paper craft that you build all the buildings on this side of the table. So the closest to me, the 3 buildings come in this box. And the Shattered Shield in front, which is the tavern, came in the 1st January crate box. You also get a scented candle, which we will be lighting tonight when the time comes. Does anybody have a lighter? Because I don't know if I even have a lighter.
Use your vape.
Use my vape? It doesn't work that way.
There's one upstairs.
Speaking of my vape, just because you said that, I bought myself a vape pipe. See, it's not as, it's not as vapey.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Anyways, there's no nicotine in it, so it's all good. It's not good, bad for you at all, right?
It's just
We don't encourage that on. So
The children in the room.
you also get a map, which I can't show right now because these people are going to go through it. And you also get this awesome encounter written again by Brandon Perkins and myself. And it's like an 8-page module, full color, all of that fun stuff, which you guys are going to go through and probably die from in the next hour and a half. Next thing is we do a dice promo. So we've partnered with Norse Foundry and Elderwood Academy. So every time, when you subscribe in your first crate, you're going to get an alloy D4, which is a metal D4. They're actually really heavy. And then each month after that, you get the next level up of dice. So you'll get the D6, then you'll get the D8, and then you'll get the D10, and then the percentile, and then the 12, and then the 20. I did them all. And then in the 8th month, you get this awesome RealmSmith engraved hex chest from Elderwood Academy. So we will send that to you. That's just a thank you, a bonus for having you guys with us month to month. That is the crate. Are you ready? Are you ready? Huh? Oh, shoot. I love you, Steve. You also get a Sirenscape promo card. And you can't see that. Yeah, cover up the code. This is the code here. You know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to...
Yeah, that's a giveaway, right? Tonight.
No. Like, I'm going to tell you this code, Joel, and then you're going to load it now, and then you're going to play the Sirenscape things when I tell you to.
Okay.
How about that?
Where's Sirenscape?
Or how about you give me the laptop,
Yep.
and then I'll do that. But I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to do this, like real quick. I have people showing up for a party in like an hour, but it doesn't matter. Whatever, they can wait. D&D's more important. Hopefully, nobody that's coming is heard that. Okay, here, take that. All right, business is almost done. I swear we're gonna get to D&D real soon.
Yes.
Do we have people watching on a Friday night?
Nice.
Ryan?
What's that? We've got, we have 4 viewers. Shay, hope you're still there with us. Dexter, thanks for joining us. And KJ4DDM.
Nice. That's on YouTube.
Yep, that's on YouTube.
Sweet.
Well, cheers to...
What about Twitter?
Cheers
Happy
to your birthday.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. I'm supposed to cheers with a drink, right?
Cheers.
Is that how that works?
Cheers.
Hey. Boom.
So I haven't, even though I kind of co-wrote this whole thing, I'm actually running it as if I just got the module, read it through basically once, and we'll run it. Our idea is that, you know, a lot of modules out there. You have to kind of like read it through and study it and memorize it, and then almost rewrite your own adventure. We're trying to design them so that you basically run them right out of the box. That's good. Ethan, do you mind grabbing the laptop from Joel?
Don't trip on anything.
Watch the wire.
I'll take the. Which one are you giving me? It's not the RealmSmith one. It's my old personal one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
No,
Isn't
I
it?
took. Oh yeah, maybe.
This is
Let
it.
me see.
Preparation.
See, this is how this works, guys. It's just
We're an
fly by the
organic
seat of our
bunch.
pants. We're an organic bunch. Is that what you said? It's a very organic experience here at RealmSmith.
Like to keep it real.
We'd like to keep it real. Who needs
I
polish?
really feel like the part of the.
Yeah, the
The
whole
experience.
experience.
The production?
The highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Most of the bad, the ugly.
Mostly on your part.
Mostly the ugly.
Oh
Savage,
snap!
get
That
outta
is that was not nice.
Okay.
What did you tell me today?
Oh yeah, you're a disappointment.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so I am going to. Yeah, great,
You
awesome.
might need this.
It's at 100. Yeah, sure. Thankfully, I built this table with power in it.
Hey.
Hey,
Tutorial coming soon, actually. Here, I got it. You can plug it right in here.
I'm going to.
Ethan also
Ethan
helped
helped.
to build this table.
Yes, Ethan and I both
Yeah,
built
yeah.
this table. It's the bottom one.
I can't see.
All right, so let's do character intros, starting with my son, who I will put on the spot.
Okay.
What's your character's name, bud?
My name is.
Well, what's
Wynn.
your name?
My name's Ethan.
Yeah.
I play Wynn,
Yeah,
a wood elf.
yeah.
And
What class are you?
class 3.
You're a ranger.
No,
Oh,
your levels.
You're playing level 3, which is higher than anybody else at
What?
the table
Yeah.
because we didn't have time. He jumped in for other people who were supposed to be playing tonight, so he jumped in last minute. So yeah, and Ethan
get
created
behind
Win like a year ago, about that 2 years ago,
Wow.
and we've been playing him ever since. So it's all good. It's okay. Millie the tavern dog's just whatever.
The people know who.
I know. She's just very excited. It's my
Yeah.
birthday. That's just the way it is. I'm loading Sirenscape right now. Ryan.
Everyone, I play Thorok, Demon Eye, and I am a level 1 Goliath Blood Hunter. So, my character doesn't really talk all that much. He mostly grunts. And he doesn't really like people either. So, you know, just like my shirt says, less talk, more Thorok. Just quiet guy. That's how I like it.
Amazing. Rachel. Oh, the tavern dog is. Oh, gosh.
Really?
You know what? She's barking at the horn mug because she
doesn't
thinks
like
it's
it?
like a live.
A live
Animal.
animal. I am
It's
Rachel.
weird.
I play Snak Jones, a half orc ranger. I'm a little bit unpredictable, but a little bit nicer than your average orc.
That was good.
Huh?
Yeah,
That was really good. You've been practicing.
No.
I am Jason, your DM for the evening, of course, and Katie bought me this awesome Run D&D shirt for Christmas.
We miss you, Katie.
Now, story behind Tim here. Tim has been my best friend for a long
A
time.
million years.
Some would say too long.
yeah.
Wow.
Would you say
Seems
40?
like a lifetime.
It seems like a
40 years.
long time. And I was the best man at his wedding and all that fun stuff. So Tim has now come on full time with RealmSmith. Today is his first official day. And I told him for my birthday, the only thing I want in my life is for him to play D&D with us.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I want. He bought me some stuff too, but I said that's all I want. And so here he is, emotionally manipulated into playing. He
Yay,
loves
Tim.
he loves fantasy and D&D, and he's a geek, but he doesn't love playing, and so he's gonna love it tonight. Tonight
Likes
we're
to
gonna
pretend that he's
Yeah.
better
we're
than
gonna
us.
change that. Tim, tell us about your character.
I'm playing Rurik Strikeeln. I am a first level Hill Dwarf cleric.
Wow, very
Yeah.
good.
What was it?
It's like you've been
Welcome, Tim.
practicing.
Rurik Strikeeln.
You've been practicing that all day.
Yes.
Rurik
Rurik Strikeeln.
Straigelm.
Strikeeln.
Strike
Strikeeln.
strike like yeah.
Yes. Strike.
Elm. Elm. Strikeelm.
You're Dutch?
Is he?
Strikeeln.
All right. Oh no, I don't know my Sirenscape password. Savannah is Tim's daughter, and like a daughter to me, and like a sibling to my kids, and all of that fun stuff. So, Savannah, who you're playing?
I'm playing Trix Cobblefoot, a halfling rogue.
Nice.
Who's super high energy, super friendly, can't really read a room, but not your everyday, like, silent type rogue.
Nice.
Really sneaky.
Cool.
I like that.
Like it.
And Savannah
Been
is
practicing.
yeah. Well, Savannah is like probably next to me, the most D&D veteran there is at the table.
Wow.
No, for
It
sure.
is true. No, she is. She is. She's played more than most. So
More than her dad.
way more than her dad, and it'll show. But I love you, Tim. I love you.
What are these things?
Oh gosh.
Make sure you roll the d20, not the
Yeah.
d12, or you'll die 3 times.
Yeah, but the point of doing this is that the noob sessions is to teach people how to play at home too. And so we're going to do a lot of that too. There's going to be rules, questions, and all that fun stuff as well. All right, are you guys ready to dive in here?
Yes.
You think so? I'm supposed to have a chord for Sirenscape. See that chord right there? Can you give that to me?
Don't worry, Steve. We can sing. We can sing the.
Well, while I'm doing this, actually, do you guys want to give a recap of what happened last time?
Oh, yeah. We were in the Shattered Shield, and we sort of got tasked with looking after the blonde girl. I can't remember what her name was. Olivia, maybe? That's definitely wrong.
Violet.
Violet?
Oh my
Close?
goodness.
Olivia.
Close.
We play once a month. Like, you can't remember.
Yeah,
It's been a long time, actually.
And we had a little bit of an encounter in the kitchen, and then it had calmed down a bit. We were all leaving, and she hadn't been seen in a while, and then we saw her hair whisk around the corner.
How
That-
high of a
that's-
perception did you roll for that?
That's
that just
kind of
happened.
that's kind of the
That's
story.
very
All right.
accurate.
Not really. They came to Blackwell, which is a town in the area that they're in. They all met for the first time, although there was a little bit of familiarity between some of you that you didn't quite
Yes,
understand
true.
from before. You were all hanging out in the tavern. You found out that Violet was prone to sleepwalking and disappearance in the middle of the night. And she had been doing that since her mom passed away a number of years ago. And it's been getting worse and worse. Her Aunt Pella, who is sister to Kale, who owns the Shattered Shield, has been really, really concerned. And so she asked you to keep an eye on her. And Kale took some exception to that because he thinks that he can take care of his own family. You guys hung out in the bar for a little bit. Katie, who is not here as a bard, she had been playing for a couple days. You had just arrived. Grokk had just arrived as well. And I will be playing Grokk, who is a Earth Genasi Paladin, who is played by Tim. Typically not this Tim, the other Tim. And the Timony Tim. And Katie plays Alunna, who is a half-elf bard, who I will also be playing.
Are you doing voices for both?
Oh.
Yes,
Nice.
I will be. Wait till you hear Katie's voice. This is what happens when you're not here. When you're not here, this is what happens. I will do your voices really, really badly and maybe kill your characters. Not intentionally, just like because.
Gentle style.
Because I can.
Yeah, I'm putting in my Sirenscape code right now to redeem the sound set, which is really exciting. Are you guys like riveted right now?
For what?
The Sirenscape
Yeah.
sound set.
This is the February crate, right? Not the March crate?
Right.
All right. So there you go, Jody. It's the February crate.
Jody.
Spoiler warning. If your DM is running our crates, don't watch. Well, you can, just don't tell them you did. And then just rock the module. Look, I know exactly who poisoned her. So anyways, in the middle of it,
Poison?
True, who was another of the barmaids and a friend of Violet's, she was prone to, or she liked to like sip a little bit between between
something?
Wizened Owl is the name of the popular beverage served at the Shattered Shield. I can't do this. I can't put in a promo code and talk at the same time. That's not a skill I have.
Don't accidentally say your password.
Clearly. Yeah, and then somebody at home. Oh, I think it's working. The internets are working.
Ethan, I think you're fading off the screen.
Yeah, we're losing Ethan.
Shift your
Just make
chair.
sure that you get right close, bud.
I can.
Invalid vote.
What was that?
You heard me.
You know, it's great
This
seeing this
is-
raw footage of us setting
this
up
is
because
so
it really shows
bad.
what an actual
It's
D&D
so
session
bad.
is.
I know.
Yeah.
Please forgive us. But tonight has been quite an event.
It's only gonna get better from here.
Ryan, is that your miniature? The
This
tall
one here,
one?
the big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's a beast.
He's Goliath. He's 7.5 feet tall.
That makes
Here we go.
else 3 feet tall.
Here we go. Here we go. Is it working? Is it working?
Da, da,
Um,
Is your
I
speaker
don't
on?
know. I don't know what's going on
Is your
here.
speaker on?
Yeah, it's doing something. All right. So True, who was a friend of hers, all of a sudden in the middle of the evening, fell over, foam coming out of her mouth, eyes black, and died.
Wait, she
Um,
died?
Did she die?
Well, she seemed dead,
Okay.
appeared dead. At that point, guards were
Mostly
called. Guards came into the place. Thorok caused a ruckus.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
currently, they are all kind of hanging out in the tavern, trying to figure out exactly what happened. All of a sudden, they realize Violet is gone. She is no longer in the building. They chased her out the back door, came around a back corner, and then to realize that she is gone. You now stand in Brigand's corridor. If we can get the battle cam there, Joel.
Oh.
You stand in Brigand's corridor, which
that
is a
looks
long,
cool.
thin alleyway in between the Shattered Shield and some of the more decrepit buildings in Blackwell in the old city. You guys are fairly new to the city. You've never really been in this area, but you know that this is, they call it Brigand's Corridor for a reason. All kinds of unsightly folk hang out in this area.
Didn't we see her hair go around the corner?
Yeah, you sure did. And as soon as you turn the corner, she's gone.
Like Ryan's
This
phone.
one.
What do you do?
Where are we all currently?
So we're
How
all-
much
we're in the
time
corridor.
passed between, like, we talking seconds
When
before she went around the corner and we got there?
well, so you guys aren't there. Sorry. So you're not there yet. You guys aren't there yet. You guys are still. I'll get to you guys in a second.
Okay.
And when you're not there either.
So we all saw
But
we
yeah.
all saw her.
You told me
You
stop.
literally, well, so Alunna was 1st.
Mhm.
She rounded the corner, and all of a sudden, she's gone. Alunna comes around, she goes, gasp. You guys come around the corner, and she's gone.
Do we see anything in the corridor at all?
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. With a D20?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not in the thing.
That's a 19.
That's a 19
Plus?
plus minus 1. 18.
Okay. Currently, what you see in the corridor is exactly what you see in the corridor. In the alley, it is a typical alley. There is a storm door that leads down into, or appears to lead under. It appears to lead under the Shattered Shield.
Yeah.
To the left, you see 3 buildings. One that is tall and thin, one that is short and stout, and one that is a complicated shape that I don't know how to describe. It is nighttime. Crickets. You hear crickets. You hear some shouting from inside the Shattered Shield through the windows. You can actually see into the kitchen, and you see some blurred shapes kind of milling about in there as you kind of round that corner. Grokk and Alunna. Grokk's there too, right?
Yeah.
Here, Win. This is your mini for now. What do you do?
So, other than.
Oh, you also notice, sorry, with your 19, right? You rolled?
Yeah.
You notice
18.
that you've noticed that all around this area, there's this like blackened state to the stone here. It's not lava rock, you don't think, but it's almost like a fire, a long, a gone or past fire occurred in this area. And you guys know that you've heard that the Shattered Shield, well, the building that was here beforehand burnt down, and the Shattered Shield was built on top of it. And that the name of the Shattered Shield has something to do with that.
Okay. So, looking down the corridor, other than like because this whole wall, like the whole right side of the thing is Shattered Shield.
Yeah.
So there's lights there on the buildings here. Are there lights on the buildings on the left?
The buildings.
Nighttime.
Yeah, the buildings on the left. There are. With that 19, you can notice that there's some candlelight in some of the windows.
But nothing,
No candlelight here. This one's dark. There's some candlelight in the
but
top
nothing that
floors.
like stands out to me.
Not necessary. Give me a survival check to see if you can track where she went.
20.
Yeah,
Roll
everything's a 20.
Left-handed because I have a sleeping dog on my right arm. A what check?
Survival? Survival is used for tracking and like
13.
13.
Yeah.
With the 13, you kind of go ahead, and being the ranger of the group, tracking is in your wheelhouse. You do it quite often, especially when hunting. You track her steps to the storm door, and they go kind of straight, and then they turn into the storm door.
Okay. So can I go to
Towards.
the storm door and look in?
Sure you can. You go over, you try to open it, and it's locked. So you guys can move your... Do you all follow?
Yeah.
Alunna and Grokk will follow.
Can I do one of those like sick action movie like kicks into the door? You know when they like knock twice and it doesn't work, so they go like 0 to 100 and kick the door in. Can I
You're
do
going to try
that?
and kick the door in?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Which
Uh,
building are you going to?
The storm door.
This one? The middle one?
No, like the storm door is that thing that leads into the
Yeah.
that thing.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk over in
Yeah.
front of the... Isn't the storm door right there?
Ryan doesn't know what a storm door is.
Oh, here.
It's that little... It's that cellar. The cellar door.
This
Yeah.
one here.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
You get in and you're about to... You raise your foot to kick it,
Yeah.
and from the end of the alleyway you hear, "Hey!" And you look at a glance, with your foot up, you see a guard standing with a bow, and he has an arrow knocked. And he's not pointing at you, but it's down. And then another guard comes around this corner in the back.
Come on.
Here. He says, "Hey, what do you think you're doing?"
Can I tell like, where these guards are from? Like, are they Shattered Shield? Did we see them at the Shattered Shield?
Perception check.
13.
They are guards that you've seen milling about.
But
In fact, they were the guards that were in here earlier.
So they're like Shattered Shield guards.
Yeah.
I'm going to react and take the one. I'm going to charge the one closest to me, so that to distract him while Snak kicks the storm door open.
So you're going to turn and you're going to charge him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I will give you...
time for this nonsense.
I would like you to roll initiative.
No, Ryan!
Oh shoot, that's a 1. Oh no, wait, that's a D12 that I rolled. 11. I got 11. Initiative. Where's my initiative?
Where's initiative?
Initiative.
You wouldn't be rolling.
That's a
Oh, I'm
plus
just
2.
curious.
Oh,
You
it's
add
10.
it.
My
You add
initiative's
plus 2 to whatever you roll. 10?
Yep.
Everyone that's there needs to roll initiative
Okay.
because you just got aggroed.
Oh, that's bad. 12?
12?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go first. Sorry, no, you don't go first. Hang on. Snak. Grokk. Alunna. Would you roll
Me?
10?
I already rolled a 10, yep.
Okay. Seeing you turn and charging him, the guard sets his spear over his shield and charges to meet you.
You're gonna die.
That is a 15. Is that a hit?
15. My armor class is 13.
So it's a hit.
Yep.
That's 4 points of piercing damage as the spear catches your side and rips through the skin on the side of your stomach. Just on the edge, basically like skewered the skin. Found a kink in your
Way to
armor.
go.
It's okay.
Uh,
I got this.
Alunna yells, "Thorok, stop!" As she turns. So if you want to put yourself right in front of the
Yeah.
guard there.
So I'm right in front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alunna comes up beside you, says, "Stop!" and puts her hand on your shoulder. Grokk, you're up. Grokk turns. He's like, doesn't know what to do. He's like, guys.
It's not bad. It's so
Keep
far.
going, keep going.
It's not bad so far.
Hey, put a lot of pressure on me here, all right? He's really good at it.
Who's Grokk?
2 case.
2 Ks.
This isn't good. This is very bad. And then he turns and kind of takes a defensive stance facing the other guard. And you can tell the other guard lifts his bow and is preparing a shot. Thorok.
What about me?
Snak.
So
Sorry.
What
What do you
Thorok and Alunna are engaging one guard, and don't shake your head at me. Grokk is engaging the other guard.
Say that one more time.
So Thorok and Alunna are engaging the guard over here,
Yeah.
and then Grokk is engaging.
Well, Alunna's trying to stop Thorok.
Yeah. But anyways, that guard is engaged with Thorok,
Yes.
and the other one's engaged with
No.
Grokk.
He's a ways away. Grokk has just brought his shield up in case the guard looses. So Grokk is actually taking a defensive stance.
Okay, and
of
on
sorts.
that, what's the guard over there doing?
He's got an arrow knocked.
Okay. Oh gosh. I'm going to trust that Alunna's going to handle Thorok, and then turn to the other guard and be like, hey, it's okay. We saw you in the Shattered Shield earlier. We're just trying to find, what's her name? It's a color.
Violet.
It's a color.
Violet.
Violet? We're like, we're just trying to find Violet. I think she went down there. Because they should know who she is if they've
Okay.
been around the tavern.
I would like you to give me a persuasion check
Yeah.
with disadvantage
Why?
because one of your party members has just attacked the guard.
Oh, true. Stop. Persuasion?
Yeah.
With what, -1?
Whatever your persuasion.
No, but
No, roll twice. Pick the lowest.
16. 7.
Ooh, my bad.
He lets an arrow go.
I duck.
I don't.
Doesn't work that way. That is an 8 plus 3.
Oh, your armor class is good. It's 15.
It starts coming towards you, and Grokk actually ting, knocks the arrow out of the way, and it hits it ting, into the side of the building. Back to you guys. Meanwhile, inside the Shattered Shield,
Hey.
you guys, you've been here for a number of days.
Okay.
The reasons why you've come to Blackwell are your own, and you can decide whatever that is.
Okay.
But you've found the Shattered Shield to be a quaint place to kind of rest your head for the time being. You're far from a port town, which typically you're familiar with, having come from a sailor background. But you've decided to take up a life of adventuring for whatever reason you've decided.
Okay. So, sorry, Blackwell is...
The town that you're in right
I know,
now.
but it's forested area.
No, so it's a typical town of the era. It's bordered by a swamp, and that's all you really know.
Okay.
Give me a history check.
D20?
Yeah, everything's a d20.
Where's history? 4.
With a 4, you do not know much.
Okay.
You have heard through talking to Kale, who's the tavern owner, over the last couple of days. You know that this building again was built on the ashes of something that had burnt down in the past.
Okay.
I'm about to test Sirenscape. Joel, can you see if it's working? Can you turn? There's a little button on that dial there, Savannah, to your left. Just turn the power on.
Nice work.
Nailed it.
Is it? Is it working? Reading sound. This is for Steve at Sirenscape.
I'm not.
You're not getting anything?
You hear something?
Oh. Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh.
It's super quiet, but I can hear it.
Super quiet.
There. Nice. There we go.
Is that a good volume?
You probably go.
A bit louder.
That's good.
Well, no, I'm not controlling it. So for you, it's in the channel there.
Yep. Oh.
You control what's in the mix. So you have to check the mix.
Alright.
And we control what's in here. Yay, Sirenscape!
Hey.
This is actually part of the Shattered Shield from last
Oh,
time.
this was the part when the.
Yeah, this is the bad part. So you're sitting in the tavern currently,
Okay.
and
Ominous music.
there are guards blocking both doors that you can see. Okay, there's a guard to the kitchen door, and there's a guard that you know is the kitchen, and there's a guard at the front door as well. The typical people who have frequented this tavern are in attendance. You know that the last couple nights there's been an older gentleman dressed in a suit, very proper, who sits by the door and has a table that's full of books. And he's been pouring through these books for days, studying, doing something. People come over to him. He barely looks at servers when they come over, barmaids. He barely gives anybody else any mind.
Okay.
There is a younger man who was really into Violet, who is no longer here. He has gone home since. And then in the room currently is a halfling woman. In the corner, enter Savannah. You have also been here a couple of days. You've heard rumors that the Shattered Shield is.
But I also know what you told him.
Yep, you would know that. You also know that it's shrouded in some sort of mystery. You have been told that if there is adventure to be had, that there's a lot of traffic through here, and this would probably be the place to find ways to make some money. You're new to adventuring, and so this is the place that you were sent to. And you've just been hanging out here the last couple nights. You've actually enjoyed Alunna's singing. Alunna's a half-elf that plays a bard who plays a stringed instrument. And there's a gypsy lady who has been dancing the last couple of nights, and she also does readings by the front door. So she'll stop her dancing, she'll do some readings, earn some money, and then go back and do some dancing. She does like a belly dancing sort of thing. All right. See last episode for nope. She's left. She left earlier in the day, and she tends to like leave and come on a dime. Like it's very weird how all of a sudden she's there one moment and not there the next.
Didn't I make that halfling in the corner jump out the window?
No, that was an elven woman in this corner. A nice try. Off my ass. All right. Sorry, Ethan. As you guys are kind of waiting, and you can tell that they're not letting anybody leave, the guards have told everybody to sit still and to be still until you've had a moment to be questioned. You saw what transpired earlier. You heard a scream from the kitchen. You heard a crash. You saw a bunch of people rush in. You saw a bunch of people rush out.
Okay. So I saw True fall over.
No,
dead.
no, you didn't.
Okay.
You heard a crash in the kitchen.
Okay.
And then guards came in, and before you could actually act, it was kind of already over.
Okay.
The front door opens up, and in marches a guard who seems to be dressed a little bit more regally than the rest of them, with a bit more pomp and pizzazz. And he steps into the kind of the middle of the room, and he starts to kind of walk up and down the center, looking at each of you as he eyes you, and then walks into the kitchen. What do you guys want to do, if anything?
So we wouldn't have seen these guys walk out, no.
You saw them go into the kitchen. You haven't seen them since.
Okay.
And this was probably about 10 minutes ago.
And the
Show you guys.
and the
Not so, yeah, sure.
well-dressed guy is in the kitchen, so he's no longer in the room with me.
And the well-dressed guy is in the kitchen, so he's no longer in the room with you.
Right? That's right.
No, the well-dressed guy is in the corner by the window.
No, I mean the stately guy that.
Stately guy has walked
Okay.
past. He walked past you, took a look at you, and then walked into the kitchen.
Okay.
The guard moved aside. He walks into the kitchen, Door closes. As the door opened, though, I'd like to give you a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
Both of us?
You're a little far from the door.
24.
Whoa, with a 24, you hear sobbing when the door opens, and you see the glance of who you know is Pella, the sister of the owner. Her hand in her hands, just sobbing and weeping, sitting on a chair by, kind of in the center of the room. Kale, who's the owner, has his hand on her shoulder, and you see a body under a blanket in the center of
Okay,
the
so
room.
as the guy went in the kitchen, I saw this.
Yeah, you saw this. Then the door closes behind them.
Okay. I order a drink.
So there's nobody to order a drink from at the
Is there
moment.
anybody at the bar?
No, there is guards, and it's exactly what you see there.
Are the guards have said don't move, or I'm free to move around the room, or?
They haven't said anything. They're just blocking the doors.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the well-dressed man
Okay.
who's got all the books,
Okay.
and do you?
So you start. Yeah. So you get up. You start to walk down that way. The guard in front of the door, of this door, kind of steps in because you're standing right here. This is you.
Oh, okay.
And so the guard kind of walks up and he says,
Who's this? Sorry.
That's the constable who has now walked in.
Oh, okay.
So this guard kind of steps in front,
Okay.
blocks you, and says, "Please have a seat." Until the constable has had a moment to discuss the happenings this evening.
I go sit down.
Okay. All right. Ethan. You came to Blackwell in look for adventure, looking for a way to make some money. Again, as everybody else, you know that the Shattered Shield was somewhere that made sense for you because a lot of things kind of transpire and go on in this inn. You're actually on your way to the inn currently. But as you're approaching the inn, the front door is blocked by a guard. There is a guard on the outside blocking the door. And as you start to come, he says, "Don't go any further. The inn is closed for the evening."
Why?
You can ask whatever you want.
Like what?
He says, there's some unfortunate events. The Shattered Shield is not open tonight, unfortunately.
Can I find a different way in?
You can absolutely try. Which way would you like to go?
Solid move.
Where am I?
In the front door.
So you'd be
Right here?
Yeah.
Does it matter how much I move?
At this point, I'll let you move your full distance, your full range of movement,
Full distance?
which is what, 30
30.
Yeah.
or 25? Can you put that guard at the front door?
So, here.
Maybe put the camera going that way so that we can see you guys in there too. Although we're going to come back around to here in a second, but there you go.
Face cam.
That's a better view.
Like a close-up on you.
Okay, so can I look through the windows?
You can absolutely try. I'd like you to give me an investigation check.
Investigation. D20.
No, the windows no longer work.
Investigation.
You straighten the camera a bit. It's off kilter.
D20.
Yeah. And then add
10.
your investigation modifier.
0.
0. Okay.
10.
10. With a 10, the windows in this era aren't exactly clear, so they're a bit cloudy and a bit thick. But you see some movement in there. Through there, you do see a individual standing where you see that guard. And then you see a couple figures in there, but it's hard to make out really what's going on in there. You do hear some shouts coming from your left, from further around the building.
Do I hear? Can I make out what I hear?
No, it's just shouts at this point. Is there anything else you'd like to do? So you can you have one more action to do it.
One more.
You can move further around the building,
Can
yeah, if you want.
How
Yeah.
much?
Your full movement. One more full movement.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That'll be your second action.
Nice.
Okay. As you come around the corner, you don't see anything yet, but the shouts and sounds of combat are getting louder. Okay. Back to the corridor, the alley. All right.
Like Murder Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
I will murder.
Back up to the guards. That guard who was in front of you, who just stabbed you again, is going to try again. And he yells out, "Guards, alarm!"
I thought Alunna
And he
stopped
starts
me.
to yell at the top of his lungs.
I don't like this anymore.
You did this.
But at this point, you bring your axe in front and you knock the spear out of the way.
Yes.
Okay. Alunna gets, pushes herself in between you and the guard, kind of avoiding his spear as much as possible, and she is going to. She says, "Listen, guys. So I'm just thinking that maybe we should just calm down a minute. There are bigger issues than what we're facing here, and we're here with the same. I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to be Katie right now, and I can't be Katie. We're here for the same purpose. We're just here to find Violet." And she puts her hand on his chest. And the guard actually softens. And you don't know if she did it magical means or whatever, but she was able to persuade him. And he actually takes a step back. Spear still out, shield still up. And you can tell that as he does that, he looks up and he sees that they're outnumbered 5-2. And this may not end well if it continues in this way. Nice. Snak, you're up.
So that guy just fired an arrow at me.
Yeah.
Is he pulling another one?
You don't know. He just let it go.
Okay, so as a reaction, because Grokk dumped it out of the way,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up mine and aim it
Did you do anything?
pull mine back at him and
Yeah.
be like, "I'm telling you, we're just trying to help."
Okay. All right. Give me a persuasion check. Are you trying to
A bit of
persuade
intimidation,
him, or are you
a
trying
bit
to?
of persuasion.
You got to tell me which one, or you choose which
Persuasion.
one. Okay.
$16.
He keeps it trained, or he you can tell he's starting to go back, and he kind of just starts to back off, takes a couple steps back, and he says, "You need to come with us. Put down your weapons, and come with us."
I'm gonna keep my. I can still go, right? Do I have? I have one more thing. I'm gonna keep mine up and say, "Tell us why." Maybe why?
The constable would like to speak to you.
That's BS.
Put down your bow.
Did you just try to break into someone's home?
You didn't know that though.
He saw it, which is why he yelled out.
I'm gonna pipe up and say,
Of course you are.
At this point, you
Let's
guys are
talk
out of
more,
initiative.
Thorok.
"You're looking for that tavern wench."
The guy who's right in front of you with a spear, he says, "Then why did you attack me?"
"You were in my way."
He shakes his head. He says, "Goliaths." I'm going to assume that you're as dumb as you look. And he's looking up at you. Like this. I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
assume.
glare at him and try to intimidate him.
Okay, what are you going to say?
"Take that back."
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
You're the worst.
Yo, my feelings got hurt, okay?
He's a sensitive giant.
Damn it. 5.
You're actually the
what's
worst.
what's
Intimidation crumbles.
He says, "No. Put your weapons down and follow us."
Very well.
You put your axe away?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Way to go.
He keeps his spear out on his shield, and he backs out this way. This guy takes an arrow out and puts it on his bow, but does not have it trained, and starts to walk
Yes,
carefully this way to try and usher you guys that way.
Right.
So what do you do?
I still have my bow up at this point.
Pointing at him?
Yeah.
Drop it. Drop it or I'll shoot.
But he's got his down.
3.
So I go down and I have mine
2.
in the same motion. I'm carrying mine the same way he
Put
is.
it down.
It's down.
Put it down.
This is the best.
This will not go well for you.
And I'm like, well, maybe not for you either. I'm gonna hold mine the same way that he's holding his.
You hear shouts and more boot steps starting to come in this direction.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, you guys are at a standoff.
Well,
But I'm like complying with him. I'm just holding my weapon the way that I want to hold it. But I'm like, okay, let's go.
Okay. Okay. Give me a persuasion check on that one, actually.
Okay.
Back in the tavern.
15.
He seems to be just following you ahead.
Yeah.
It seems to be working,
Okay.
but he's watching you carefully.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh my god.
Very, very carefully. Back in the tavern, the constable comes back to the door. He says, "All right, so it seems we have a situation here. Do we have a healer in the room? Anyone? Anyone that understands poisons?"
Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you belong to the local constability here?
Have you been drinking, sir?
Maybe. But I do have a crime I need to report.
Okay. Yes.
They have not stopped serving drinks here for at least an hour.
They stopped serving drinks?
At least an hour. I've been waiting patiently and I'm so thirsty. It's empty.
Well, sir, I understand.
I don't think you do.
Give me a what are you trying to do exactly? I need to understand what you're trying to do before you tell me exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Are you trying to be funny? Are you trying to kind of? Are you
Trying
seriously
to-
perturbed?
Trying to light the mood, but I'm
Okay.
also very thirsty.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
Charisma?
Yeah, so it's just your.
That's great.
quick question while he's doing this.
Yeah.
7.
Would any of the guards be moving or anything?
No, they're all back at their posts in front of the door.
Would they be watching this though?
They are watching intently. It seems. Yeah. He says, "This is a dire circumstance, and I appreciate your inkling towards levity, but I need a healer, and I need someone who understands medicine. Do you, sir?" Okay. Do you, ma'am? Do you have any sort of understanding of poison or medicine?
Am I still across the room from
Yeah.
him?
Yeah, he says it across the room.
What was that?
Do you? Never mind.
Oh,
He
wait.
looks
Did
over-
you say
What's
poison?
that? No.
Did you say poison?
Yes.
Yes, I have an affinity towards poison.
Does that mean you're drunk, sir?
No. Well, maybe. But, as a dwarf, I have a natural resilience to poison. And I know a little bit about it.
Considering our other options, come with me.
You still need my help, and I start moving across the tavern.
No,
Nice.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Just remain there for questioning, please. And so he has you follow him through into the kitchen. As you walk into the kitchen, you see the same scene that you saw earlier. How drunk are you actually? Are you pretending to be drunk, or are you actually drunk? How much did you drink tonight?
Well.
Give me a Constitution check.
Constitution?
Saving throw. And so your saving throws are here.
Sorry, what?
Why don't you have? So you add +2 plus your. So it would be. Where's your Constitution?
+2?
Yeah, so +4. Yeah, exactly. So what is it?
So,
18.
18.
So you're actually not that drunk. Yeah. So you can pretend like you are, and maybe you're feeling warm, but you're actually got all your wits about you.
Okay.
You follow in, you see the same scene, and he says, "Can you please confirm or deny that she has been poisoned?"
Okay, so this is the true. It's got foam.
Yes.
coming- Okay.
I have been told by Kale that you can be trusted.
Who's
You-
Kale?
Kale looks over at you and says, "We've spoken
Ah!
for the last week together."
Ah, the bartender.
Yes, that's me.
Okay. So,
What do you want to do?
I go down to inspect True.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
Where's medicine? Sorry, 18.
Okay, so you pull the blanket and you see, like, and it's like dry, like foam. Her eyes are dark, skin's starting to go pale already.
Okay.
You take out your medicine kit. You have like a little poison testing kit. You test it. It's clear that she has been poisoned in some way, shape, or form. You're not sure exactly what it is yet.
Okay.
You'd have to have an alchemist perhaps look at it, but you can imagine that she's been poisoned.
Kale, I take it this is your family?
No, she's just a girl who's been working here for a little while.
Well, I'm afraid your suspicions are correct. She has been poisoned. I can't tell by how, but she ingested something.
He looks at the constable and says, "Have we found Violet yet?" The constable says, "I don't know. I will check with my guards to see. I know they went after her. It's possible. But I have some more questions to ask. So, if you could just stay put. What do you know of the evening, actually, and of the happenings of earlier on?" Yeah.
To me? Oh, nothing. I was minding my own business, and I heard a thud from the kitchen, heard a scream, and that's about it. And then the guards came in and told us to stay put. I had wanted to talk to that chap with the books, but I was told to sit down.
Okay. At this point, the back door opens. And, sorry, not yet. Back to you. You see a guard back out of the alley and look at you and, like, stop and kind of turn his shield and spear kind of in your direction because he doesn't know if you're... And as Thorok, as you cross the corner, he looks at you. He says, "Is he one of yours?"
I've never seen him before.
I'd like you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
What? Me? Yeah.
Wisdom.
So how does that work again? Saving throws?
It's the same things you saw.
When you have a dog, you add your proficiency bonus to it,
What?
For
as
that.
well as your
Natural one.
natural one. Yeah, you've never seen it before in your life.
Maybe in a past life.
What do you do, Ethan? When the guard, you hear the guards ask Thorok if you've ever, and you see a Goliath past the corner.
Like behind me?
Okay.
See if there's somebody behind me
Yeah.
that they're talking to?
No, there's nobody behind.
Why don't I take a +4 in my constitution? With
Can I see them?
You can see the guard and you can see Thorok
And
right now, and they continue to back out, and you see that there are more people backing out of this alleyway.
Okay. Are they hesitant to like? I don't know. Are they?
They're watching you, and the guard says, "Be on your way. Nothing to see here.
May I ask why?
That isn't none of your business. On your way."
Now it's interesting.
What do you want to do?
What can I do is a thing.
Well, you decide. You can back off. You can.
Ask Thorok if he needs help.
charge him. Charge him.
I'm not Thorok. Can I?
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
+5. Wow.
D20. Yep. Always.
17 plus
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. 22. With the 22, you know that it's probably smarter if you back off a little bit and watch from a distance rather than engaging him right now. Okay, so you back off a bit to the corner. Okay, and you kind of keep watching the corner. You watch them all kind of come out, and then they go into the back door. The back door opens, and you see a guard come in, and he starts to usher. Actually, when he starts to come, the constable says, "Stop! Use the front door, please." They stop. Then they start to circle all of you guys around the front. Eventually, make your way around the front and usher you into the
Front of the
tavern. Yeah. You guys all go peacefully?
Yes.
Yeah.
Raw, yes. That was Grokk. And Luna says, "Yeah, of course." And so you guys go into the front.
Everyone awake?
And this guard too.
It's a lot of people.
Into the front, sorry, like into the tavern.
All right.
Yeah, actually into the tavern. Yeah.
Ooh,
As you come in, the constable ushers you back into the main area,
does he come? Or?
and he tells you to go, and he follows. And then Kale and Pella also come in. And Pella is still beside herself, but Kale is kind of has his arm around her. Constable steps into the middle of the room and starts to address the whole room. And he says, "Tonight is unfortunate. A life has been taken, and we aim to find out who did it and who was involved." Thorok, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Perception.
Come on.
I'd like you to make a perception check as well.
Me?
Yeah.
Gosh, that is a 8.
That's 9.
Ooh.
Perception.
Oh.
Oh no, it's a 9. Yeah, it's a 9.
Perception?
Yeah.
10.
This dice
Um,
suck.
Get a new set.
Norse Foundry, hook me up.
You feel a tug on the back of your pack.
I'm gonna look.
And when you look back,
Yeah.
you see that there is a letter tucked in one of the side pockets.
Letter.
You keep getting
In the back.
letters.
Do you pull it out and read it right away?
So I felt a tug.
Like somebody's
Something,
putting
like,
it. Yeah,
flipped.
yeah. And then you look back and you see what you see. So the guard is to the left of you.
Yeah.
To the right of you.
Okay.
The man in the suit is behind you.
I'm going to.
Alunna's behind you.
Pretend like nothing happened.
Okay. All right.
Can I roll check if I saw that?
Sure.
I'm-
Yeah. Yeah. You're watching. Sure. Give me a
Yeah.
perception check.
Would any of the rest of us seen it, or is he at the back?
I asked. I had you roll already.
Oh,
You
okay.
didn't fail.
I got 10?
Yeah.
18.
With an 18, you see that the man in the suit, who seemed disinterested in anything else, slipped a letter in this in
The guy in
the
the corner with all the books.
yeah
Ooh.
into the pack that Thorok is carrying on his back. Do you want to act or do anything at that point? Okay. The constable says, "Well, as I said, tonight is unfortunate. Someone has died. True is no longer with us, and it is unfortunate. We aim and mean to get to the bottom of it. If anyone has any information they would like to share at this time, I will take note of it. I understand that there was a kerfuffle here earlier with you, sir." And Grokk kind of like steps away from you, like to like disassociate himself.
I glare at Grokk as he moves away.
He's like, "What, mate? That's all you, mate. That's all you."
I don't like how Kale was dodging my questions.
Kale kind of looks over at you and kind of like sizes you up a little bit. And the constable, and what questions do you have for him?
I wanted to know more about Violet and her strange tendencies.
Tendencies? He looks back at Kale, and Kale's like, starts to kind of look around, like nervous. And he says, "What tendencies is he speaking of?" And Pella says, "She's prone to sleepwalking. We've seen her do it from time to time, especially over the last little while. It's quite troubling. I knew something was going to happen tonight. I didn't expect it to be this. And now poor True's dead and Violet's gone. We must find her."
Can I speak up and be like,
Yeah.
I was tracking her in the alley, and then these guards took us away.
The guard goes, "You were trying to kick in the cellar door."
Because I saw her tracks going there, and it was locked.
As cellars are wont to do, Kale looks at you and says, "Do you have reason to suspect that we have something to hide?" That isn't the way he talks. "Do you have reason to suspect that we have something to hide?"
I'm gonna say no, like, I don't think you have something to hide, but you're wondering where she is, and I was tracking her into the cellar, which is locked.
We do have a key.
So can I have it?
No, you may not.
Do you want to send a guard back there with me, and we can go check it out?
The guards will check it out.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Cowboy now.
That's how he talks. That's how he talked last session. That's how he talks this session. You got a problem with it?
No, but if I can go with the guards, that'd be great. I have pretty good tracking skills.
No
so I
one
can
is
track her
going
down.
anywhere right now.
Do you want to find Violet, or do you not want to find Violet?
Excuse me, do you know who I am?
Yes.
No, you don't. You are new to this town. You've only been here a few days, and I've never seen you.
Roll for lying.
So, no, you don't know who I am. Who am I?
I don't know.
Then perhaps, half-orc, you should mind your business.
I'm just trying to help you find her. That's
You're
it.
not helping.
I'm just trying.
You were failing.
Sassy.
And your Goliath friend isn't helping either. If you step in line, perhaps we can use your help, but not right now, until we know that you aren't the culprits yourselves.
All
You
right.
are new to this town, and now someone is dead.
Alright. So I'm gonna back off, and in my mind, I'm gonna be like, man, they're gonna lose her then.
He talks a lot.
Do I know that, or have I seen that True likes to drink in between, like you said earlier, that True likes to drink a lot during her shift?
Give me a history check. Or a perception check. Give me perception.
Perception?
Yeah. A retroactive perception.
7.
No, you never noticed.
Okay.
You knew that she was very flirty. Kind of wild in some ways. Used to flirt with all the men coming in, but... Wynn, you are standing outside of the tavern. You're kind of standing outside the door, and you're actually hearing a lot of this conversation go on. You have this... Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom save.
With advantage.
Bless you.
So show them what the saving throws
So
are.
wisdom saving throw, it's up here. So then roll your d20, and then roll it again, and you pick the higher number. So you have 14 and 18, 17.
Plus 3, 20.
You've seen Thorok before.
I know.
In fact, you've seen everyone in this group before.
I know.
Yeah, but they don't know that. But it feels like a dream. It feels like last time we saw him, it was like deja vu. So just so you know, when we used to do these streams before, Ethan, and you played with him before, that has never happened.
Yeah.
This is brand new, but you remember very clearly fighting alongside them in some sort of cavern, and there was a silver dragon. But it seemed like a dream, if you remember. And so you know that you're linked, and you want to get to the bottom of it. You've been drawn to this place, and now you know why.
Okay. Is there a guard blocking that door now?
There's still a guard at the door. He's watching you. He says,
Sure.
and he's kind of a little squirrely fellow, like freckles, red hair. He says, you should be you should get going. You know, if you're found here in this area, I can't tell you that nothing's gonna happen. So maybe you should just go away.
I don't know if we should.
I think you should.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he...
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh gosh. 0. 7.
With his 7 persuasion, he says, perhaps, let me just roll for him. Perhaps you should just back off a little bit. Just back off a little bit. Stay right there, and we won't have any trouble. All right?
Okay, is he... How would you say this? Weak looking?
You think you could take him?
Can I threaten him?
Through the window.
You want to threaten him?
I don't know, do I?
I don't know, do you? This is your
Is
decision.
he heavily armed?
He is armed currently with a spear and a shield. And he has a spear like this and the shield on his...
So he's already told you to back off, and so he doesn't just like how Minnie doesn't like me.
Stop. You can let her down. She wants to see whoever's here. Let the
Oh, she's
tavern
gonna-
dog.
Okay,
Gonna,
Millie.
like- Oh gosh.
Oh, she is just.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So if you got this, you can probably.
Oh my gosh, Millie.
Tavern dog's angry.
Who's here? It's my birthday, so people are just showing up. Who arrived?
You can ask your dad. You can ask your dad. Because you're out of initiative, so it's not like you have to walk like several turns.
Oh, so I can just go
There's
there?
no way for me.
Hey, it's my dad. Come here, Dad. Come say hi to the internet. Come around here.
So,
This is my father, everyone. He gave birth to me. No, he didn't. Like 40 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, does it make you feel older that I'm 40?
Oh, I don't know. You look like 25.
I look like 25. Thank you, Dad. I think that's good, right? That's a good thing, right?
nice.
Well, we'll be back. We'll be done in a little bit, a little while. No, no problem. You can help yourself upstairs. You guys just gonna hang out upstairs for a bit? Yeah.
Because if you
Yeah.
take
Good. Okay.
the guards inside, will be
Cool. Bye, Dad.
Shoot.
You can hang out if you want. You want to play?
Wondering if you would be
Aw, Dad.
and I would be intimidated.
I don't know how he says. It's so cute.
Okay. Can I move all the way back here in one turn?
Yeah. Yeah. You can take a double movement. So you start to move back. Sure. It doesn't. Just move to wherever you want to go.
Yeah, so all the
We're
way-
not in. Yeah. So you start to move your way all the way around.
Do you
Yeah.
want to go to the
So
storm?
the back door
door
there,
or
right?
the storm door?
Is this where the dead person is?
Yeah, in that room.
I'll go here.
So
You
wanna go to
you
the storm
try to
door?
go into the back.
No, that's
room.
locked.
Oh, okay.
The back door's locked.
Okay.
Is there any other doors?
The way in, you know, there's a back door here, there's a door there, and then there's a storm door into the cellar that you saw earlier in the week when you were here.
Okay. Is there people in here with the dead person?
You can't see anybody in there right now.
Okay.
Not that you know of.
Okay, so can I just try to go in?
You're gonna try and get into that door, into the kitchen. Okay, I'd like. It's locked, so you go. The door's locked from the inside.
No.
Is there still
Oh,
people there?
gosh.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Wait, there's nobody in there?
There's no one in there.
That
You
you
don't know
can
that.
see.
But you don't know that.
you're looking at the door.
I think I might have a lockpick thing.
Okay, well, check your sheet. I'll get right back to you. Okay. All right. So, back into the room. He says, "Well, again, does anybody have any information that could help us to ascertain the motive or the means by which Drew has perished?" Looks around the room at all of you.
What should I do?
Was it me?
If we don't, can we leave?
That is a good question.
That's a good question.
You gonna answer it?
Aren't you a sassy one?
She was foaming at the mouth. It was gross.
The halfling?
True.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant her. I could see that.
Should be like, technically the phone is 40 degrees to the left of the house.
Do not leave town.
So I think it's
Do you understand?
All of us?
Where are you staying?
There was like a last time there was like an inn like over there.
Yeah. Just say, yeah.
At the inn.
Just across the street.
I was away.
All right. Well, and you? Where are you staying?
At the inn.
As well? And you?
Same place?
Well, you can go for now. Do not leave town. The guards on the walls have been given your descriptions, and if you try to leave, you will be stopped and thrown in a cell. In the morning, I expect that you will report to my office at the town hall to answer further questions if there are questions. Do you understand?
This is the constable guy talking,
Yes.
right?
In the morning, I expect you to come. If by noon you have not arrived, you will be sought out. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, mate. I don't want any trouble.
Is Kale still in the
Nice, that was
room?
good.
Is Kale still in the room?
Kale is in the room.
Everyone's in the room except
Right.
for her.
And okay, can I just ask, who last session, it was True that asked us to find Violet, and Kale wasn't happy about
Pella
it, right? Pella.
Asked you.
And Kale wasn't happy about it.
Right.
Okay.
Because he took it.
Where's Pella right now?
She's standing beside Kale.
And how late is it at night right now?
Oh, it's got to be close to midnight.
So can I ask, like, clearly something's happened here, and like they're looking for Violet. Do you want us to help and keep looking? Do you want our help in any way?
You say that?
Yeah.
No, I think that you should just mind your business and let us do our job.
Okay.
Thank you. Give me a perception check.
That's not on one.
Cock die.
It's
Do it
on
again, yeah,
18.
so
Oh yeah,
too.
roll again.
Oh my gosh. That's awful.
Why can't you roll?
A what check?
Perception.
12.
You catch Pella's eye, and Pella has this look of desperation
Yeah.
in her face,
Oh.
and you get the sense that she's saying, "Find her."
Yeah. Okay. I like wink at her. Yeah.
She's concerned as to your intentions.
Can we all
No.
do a perception check to see if
Yeah.
Snak winked?
Can we
Yeah,
notice
yeah,
the
yeah,
awkwardness?
Yeah, no. All right, so he says, "You're free to go. Report to my office in the morning. Get some rest. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Go on."
All right, and I, as Nestor leaves, you were the one with the letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right as I see him turn,
Yeah.
I want to quickly try to just. I'm trying to get back to my room. Slip by him, try to grab the letter.
Okay. Give me a
Nice.
sleight of
Good.
hand check.
Good.
Wow.
Oh, you're not doing anything with it.
Can I do a perception check to see if she steals it?
How'd it go?
17.
17.
That's good.
Give me a perception check.
Yo, don't steal my things.
You-
I just like letters.
It's just, yeah, you got one last time too.
10.
Oh, you're toast. You're
Plus-
toast.
you don't
Do
get
I-
any bonuses?
No, it's just a natural 10.
Do I notice her? Can I check to see
Wait,
if
was
I
this-
doing
No,
it?
I would say passive perception is not high enough. Your passive perception is probably 13.
So Ryan didn't
What's your
notice that
pass?
she took it?
What's that?
Which is your character?
It should be in here somewhere. I'm not sure if
Might be mine.
you would
Savannah,
have
which
no
one's
passive
your
perception.
Mine's the.
Well, your passive perception is 17?
I don't know.
Oh no,
No?
no.
Oh, maybe. Plus 5 plus 2. No, passive perception is usually much slower.
Yeah.
I think it's probably 14, 15. It's not 17, for sure. So nobody notices. And you whoop, pull up the letter. Okay, you all leave. The door opens and they start to walk out. What do you do?
Which way do they walk out?
Right past you.
Right past me?
Oh no, did you start to walk around the back?
I
Or were you
moved
staying
back
where you were?
here. I moved back here.
Okay. All right, so you see them all starting to come out the front door.
Did I hear everything that they were talking about?
You heard most of the conversation. It was pretty loud.
Okay. Can I stop them?
You
And
can,
talk to them?
absolutely. The first person to come through the door is Thorok. Who would you like to stop?
Thorok.
Okay. This little wood elf is standing in front of you as you come out the door.
Quite tall, actually.
What do you say?
Who are you?
He's a man of many words.
I look up.
What do you want?
Yes.
When? I'm a wood elf. I swear I've seen you before.
Should I do I do some sort of
Insight.
Insight? Okay.
We're gonna take a break real soon.
17. My only good.
You believe him. So you believe that he absolutely believes he's seen you before.
I swear, I've never seen you before, but I believe you.
Snak, you're the next to the door. I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Where are those?
Where are you, Snak?
Oh, saves. Saving throws. 4?
Yeah. You come out and you see this wood elf and a Goliath kind of looking at each other talking, and you've never seen this. You don't know who this wood elf is.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
What do you do?
Am I outside now?
Yeah.
Okay. I walk up to
Snack.
Snak, and I go, you orc. And assuming she turns around and look at me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I try to be quiet, but are you going after the girl?
Right. I'm gonna be like, come here. But like, be casual about it. So we're just kind of like, I can initiate just kind of like walking next to each other so it looks like we're just
Straighten it out.
walking.
It's like,
So it's inconspicuous. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna wait in the inn. And then like see what happens and probably. So yes.
Are you guys
Sorry.
talking quietly?
Yeah.
Sorry, did I notice that the mother gave her the look to say? I didn't see that at all. Okay. Okay, sorry. What?
I'm just gonna say that I'm like gonna like see what happens and then yeah, I'm probably gonna go after.
Okay. I say if you try, come and get me.
Let's watch together. Do we know if either of our rooms face like the streets?
You have an outward-facing room. You do not.
Okay, so then I'm gonna be like, come wait with me in my room.
Ooh.
Hey.
Boom.
I have a street view. We can watch from the we can watch.
You're not allowed to do that, Ethan.
Okay,
We'll wait it out.
I walk with her to the inn.
Okay. What do you do as soon as you get out the door?
Grabbing the letter, and then with the tavern's like here, right?
It's like the inn's like down the street that way.
The inn's
I usually have the whole city,
The
but I
inn's
didn't have
kind of like
time
where
to
the
set it up.
phone is.
The whole town, yeah.
Okay, so as soon as I'm grabbing the letter, let her
Yeah.
just walk into the tavern like nothing happened.
Okay. Are you trying to get away quietly? Are you trying to sneak
I
away?
start walking, but partway through my walk, I start whistling, like having a good time.
Okay. All right. You guys all go back to the tavern. We are going to take a short break.
Wait, the hotel or back to the tavern?
Back to the inn. Sorry. We're going to take a short break.
Um,
I need a bio break, and then we'll be right back.
Can we assume that when I enter the tavern, I'm gonna look at the letter?
You're going back to the
Yes.
tavern.
You
or
can
you're
read
going
it now
back
if
to
you
the
want in the break.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just making sure no one notices.
Yeah, you get back to your room just fine. Okay, I am going to have Ryan. Do you want to say hi to everybody? See who's watching. Talk about.
Tim, are you still there? So Tim is the other noob.
Tim!
Who normally plays Grokk.
Really?
If you gave me back the letter, maybe I would be able to read it.
Can you actually not read it?
Alright, so Tim is the other noob in our stream. He is currently in Europe, in Paris, apparently. So, yeah, he does a pretty good accent for his character, and yeah, Grokk with 2 K's.
Is he actually still watching?
He's still here.
Hey!
Hey! Oh, it's Brandon. Hey!
Come say hi.
Yeah, please come in, sit.
Do some stuff.
Oh,
Say some
okay.
things.
Okay, I can do things.
So if you have any questions for the noobs on the stream, we are very inexperienced D&D players. We certainly enjoy playing, but we have a long way to go to becoming natural role players.
You guys are doing great.
I don't know about that. All I'm doing is rolling terribly and just grunting a lot. And then I got my letter stolen.
What? Who stole the letter? Was that the letter
A
from
lovely
the mysterious-
halfling rogue.
Yeah, halfling rogue.
the letter from the mysterious?
Yep. Tim, we miss you. Please come back soon, because it'd be awesome to have you here. Katie, we also miss you. Hope you're doing okay. Brandon, it looks like it's just me and you. Do you have a mic on?
No.
Why don't you grab a mic?
I guess I should put one on. I'm going to use...
So Brandon
Tim's
here is, for those of you who are new tuning into the stream, Brandon is the other DM who runs the Order of Dragonsbane adventure series here on RealmSmith, but he is also responsible for writing these, what are they, scenarios?
Modules.
Modules for the adventure crates. So him and Jay have both collaborated, and he is, one half of the mastermind behind these modules. So if you've got questions for Brandon, you can ask them. We got a question here. Hey, Ryan Chan from RealmSmith. What do you find the most challenging about being a new player? So D&D is a very vast and wide universe. So many characters, so many classes, abilities, and stuff. I think being a new player, it's hard to absorb all that knowledge and then, I guess, understand the world. And sometimes I think it's, as a new player myself, diving into that role and getting into character can sometimes be challenging. So juggling the two, knowing when I need to know things about the game and also having to know when I should be diving into character. So I really respect the players in Order of Dragonsbane and the Sentinels of the Storm, all the players and how they can just sort of jump back and forth real quick and really get into character. So it's cool. Brandon Perkins, you have a question. What do you find the most challenging about DMing new players?
DMing new players. There's going to be this natural kind of break in the action every once in a while when we're talking about rules and so on, and the odd table talk discussion. Also, usually when you have a group at the table that's been together for a while, they've got a certain amount of flow, and you introduce somebody into that, it alters the flow. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it slows it down necessarily, but it alters the flow. So I'd say that is a bit of a challenge, but at the same time, it's incredibly exciting because every time you get a new player at the table, it's going to change the dynamic in some interesting new way. There's going to be a different kind of role play at the table. New players often have some of the best ideas as far as like different thinking.
Yeah, so Rachel is, it's funny because out of all the new players, technically, apart from Savannah, who's being a guest player here, I would technically be the most experienced, but even that is a far cry from those who are certainly more experienced in the stream. But it's cool because Rachel is really good at immersing herself into role playing. And so when Jay says, oh, well, the guard is firing an arrow, Rachel's immediate reaction is, I duck. And so it's really funny because then Jay will have to tell her, you're not allowed to do that, per se. So it's interesting when new players are really engaged and they're actually just reacting to what the DM has to say. And one thing to note about this noob stream is that we don't get together as often as the other players do, and they're getting together every other week. We are getting together only once a month, so it is a little bit tricky to get back into the swing of things, but we do have fun, and as we become more familiar with the universe, the modules, and just getting into character, I think things are only bound to pick up. So we're really excited to participate more. So if you like what you see, let us know. If you've got advice for us on how to become better D&D players, we'd love to hear back from you. It's going to be, an adventure for us and just a learning experience. And that's where we rely on the viewers to really provide insight and guidance to us. So please
help us.
Help us. Help us. Help us.
All right, where are our players?
I'm here.
So we have a new player who's joining us.
Hey.
Brandon.
Hey.
Brand new, never played before.
A new
It's called
Yeah, are you
Dungeons
a noob?
and what?
what?
Dungeons and dry heaves?
Dungeons and dry heaves? Dungeons and dwarves?
Dungeons and Dry Heaves. That is a great name for a
Dragons
stream.
and drunks?
If you
Hey-o.
ever do a drunk
Drunks and dry heaves.
Yeah.
stream, if you ever end up doing a drunk stream, that's probably the way to go.
All right, for those who are just tuning in, did you guys talk about running through the crates or anything like that? We're running through the modules.
We talked about stuff. I don't even remember
Okay.
what we talked about. So.
But we are running through our monthly modules that we have in each of our crates, and that is this is our second month. So again, if your DM is gets our crates and is running you guys through it, don't watch. Spoiler warning. Ixnay on the watch A. And then we will, hopefully you'll have a good time when your DM runs it as well. So this is Brigand's Corridor. Hey guys! Sorry, Adrian, we started late. So we're gonna go a little late, is that okay?
Yes.
Says yes.
Okay.
We're collecting.
Ethan just ran like Lily was gonna run out.
Actually.
I see you guys are enjoying the tavern.
We're just leaving actually.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not enjoying it very much.
We were.
Okay, all right. I have party goers arriving, so we need to get it moving. All right, so what do you guys do when you get back to the tavern?
The inn?
The inn.
Oh, right.
Keep saying that. When you get back to the inn, what do you guys do?
I go to the orc's bedroom.
And I have.
That's always
I have,
not a good way to end the night.
I have like brewery things, so he looked thirsty to me, and I myself was thirsty, so I am going to make us a beverage while we survey the town from my room.
Orc's gonna try to get me drunk.
What are you trying to do?
We have to wait because we're gonna watch the
she makes
streets
good brews.
before we go after Violet.
She's making me
So I'm
drinks.
making him a drink.
Okay.
We're gonna have a drink.
Okay. So you guys are just hanging out, surveying,
Drinking.
drinking.
Shocking.
We make a game of like every half orc you see past, you have to have a drink, and
Yeah.
then like every halfling you gotta chug. It's like we turn it into.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It is quite quiet. It is almost midnight, and there isn't a lot of movement in the streets at all at this time.
So we're
You
just
guys wait for like 15, 20 minutes, and you don't see much. What do you do, Win? You're talking to Thorok. You guys go back towards the inn. You don't have a place to stay. You're staying at the inn as well. It's like the main inn in the old town.
Okay, so let's see here.
But I'm staying in a different inn, so.
No, you're staying in the same one.
Really?
Yeah, it's all the same one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I decided to move from this one.
I haven't talked to everybody else.
No,
haven't talked to
so
everyone.
they've gone to their room, so I guess you're sticking around with me, so what do you want to do?
Okay, maybe bunk buddies.
Do you want to be bunk buddies? That's awesome. What do you say, Thorok?
That doesn't sound like something I would enjoy. You can sleep on the chair.
Chair. I say why not? Why not?
Stay far away from me. But you can come into my room. He's just
Okay.
keeping a distance.
All right.
Still not too familiar with it.
Okay. Savannah.
Having read the letter,
Yeah.
where would I have seen? Would I have seen them going into their rooms and stuff?
It's up to you. You can watch as much as you would have wanted to
I
watch.
would have read the letter fairly quickly, but been listening for that.
Okay, so you know that they all come kind of into the inn. You watch where they go. You kind of see and catch which rooms each one of them in. They're not hiding it really, and so you know.
Okay, so I'm gonna slip upstairs and knock on Snak's door.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking more of a.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
All right, good. I like it. That's what you hear. What do you do?
Do the doors have peepholes? Like
No.
what kind of inn is this?
No.
I'm a halfling. You wouldn't be
There's
able
no
to see me either way.
No peepers.
So I'm just gonna walk over to the door and be like, "Hey, who is it?" No, you don't say anything. All right.
Talk. You can just say it.
No, I'm.
Who is it?
I'm gonna like put my hand
Oh,
on my
okay.
side, like my sword on the side, and just open it a crack. And be like, "Who are you?"
Trix. Trix Coldfoot. Nice to meet you.
Okay, what do you want?
I might be able to help you.
How?
In the background, you see a dwarf, and he's like,
Don't mind him. Don't mind
This is
him.
the brew is strong.
How do you think you can help us?
Might be able to help you find your friend.
I'm not looking for a friend.
All right. In that case, I guess you don't need my help.
No,
I
bring her
just want to
in.
know how you want to help me.
Let her in. Let her in.
All right, fine.
Better in the
Open
inn.
the door. Open the door. I'll be like, all
"The
right,
party."
come on in. You want a drink?
Two women.
All of a sudden, from around the corner, you see, "Hey guys."
So good.
What's going on in here?
Oh,
Is
now
he in the room?
No, like around the corner.
Oh, okay.
The door's open.
I'm like,
Like,
get in here.
now it's a crowd.
all right, all right,
doing that.
all right, Alunna, come on. And she goes in, and Alunna walks into, and they're all in the. You're all in the.
Are we close to them? Like, where are our rooms close?
Down the hall.
in relation?
Okay.
You hear some talking outside the room.
Can we hear them?
No, not from where you are. You hear talking, but you don't know necessarily
see
who it is.
people?
You're inside the room.
Oh, man.
Give me a perception check. Give me a perception check.
I got FOMO right now.
Wait, so sorry. What would I know?
Natural one.
Natural one.
You
That's
hear
two.
nothing.
Can I do it?
You're preoccupied by the creepy wood elf in your room,
Fine.
who asked you to
bunk
be a
with
bunk
you.
of the eight.
Can I do it?
Yes.
Quick thing.
Oh,
What would I?
perception.
Yeah.
Sorry.
so
What would I know
perception.
so far about the
Okay,
whole?
so whatever, +5.
Not
16.
the group, but the Violet situation.
Um,
And the letter.
you've been paying attention, and you've heard that she sleepwalks. Basically, what I said to everybody else.
So I wouldn't know everything. Like I wouldn't know that they were in the alley or anything.
No.
Okay.
I rolled a 16.
No, you got
No, well, 18?
no, 11 +5. Yeah, 16.
16.
So you hear some voices, and you know it's the rest of the group, and through down the hall.
Can I say it?
You can say whatever you want.
I think your buddies are talking. You want to go check it out?
Hosting a hotel party.
Okay. So I say I agree.
So while that's happening, I'm gonna
Yep.
just pull this out from behind me, like,
Yep.
you know, your friend really needs to keep track of stuff.
Who are you talking about?
The big guy,
Yeah, he's kind of slow. What did he lose?
someone slipped something into your pocket.
My pocket.
Not your pocket, his pocket.
What is it?
Letter.
You're not here yet.
You're not here.
What
yet.
does it say? What does the letter say? Get to the point.
Honestly, it speaks in limericks, but there might be more to this whole sleep.
I'm an expert at limericks. Hand it here.
There might be more to this sleepwalking thing than you think.
There once was a man.
I wouldn't be so loud about it. It's hard to read.
Today the wind said you'd come. Old crimes call for your strong hands. Come, friends, on the door drum. Live as heroes and take a stand. End this tyranny. Give rise. Jeez, this is the worst font I've ever seen. Alter Herb Dark.
But it's great because it's in our crate. Operations manager.
Now is the time, end their cry. Stand and avenge the damned and terror in the cellar. Find glory redeeming our land.
I'm gonna like throw my drink at the wall and smash my glass and be like, I knew it!
Can you turn up the volume just on that little thing?
Where'd it go?
In the meantime, when you throw it like this, out the window, you see a figure who is standing in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
looking up at you like this.
Wow.
Oh, that's the
creepy.
creepiest thing ever.
No one else around.
Can I make out what? Wait, I notice this
Do we all
as
notice?
I throw my
Do we
drink.
all see him?
No, just him. Just her.
Just me?
Yeah.
Can I like make out the figure like
Yeah.
guy, a girl, a
Leo,
guard?
tell her about yourself. What do you look like?
I'm a very, 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 very old wood elf druid. And there's something a little bit wonky. I've got permanent resting crazy eyes.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
One way up, one way out.
So something like
Show the camera. Show the camera. Like that. That's what you see standing in the middle of the street.
And what did you say you were?
a wood elf druid.
Do I have to
Very
know what that
old.
is for this to be relevant? Because
No.
I don't really know what that is.
No. Well, you know what a wood elf is, but yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And just it like a very rustic, rough-looking nomadic type person.
I'm gonna do like
Who's a wood elf
I'm gonna
with
do like
pointy ears.
the Night of the Roxbury like.
You see her doing this.
Yeah.
Orc, what are you doing?
Like there's a oh he points at, so I'm gonna be like
Well, I'm watching you do weird
I'm
stuff
like this,
at
I'm
the
like,
window.
I'm like there's
And
a
I'm a
guy
little
out
tipsy.
there. I'm like there's a guy out there and looks kind of crazy, but he's pointing at me. I'm like come here, come. You good?
So
I mean, like,
I go over to the window.
Okay, you see the same thing. Earlier in the evening, you got a vision in one of your more lucid moments that there was a group at the inn that you absolutely needed to talk to. And they are here on a mission of great importance, and it pertains to, and then you forget.
are you doing that at me in the window
Yes,
now?
he is.
Okay,
I'm
Looks
having.
like he's got
We're just having a bit of a hard.
moment.
Just move back just a touch, Savannah, just so he can.
You!
you can yell when
Yelling from
you're
the
that
street.
old.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you!
I'm gonna be like, I'll come down. I'm gonna be like, guys, just a sec. I'm gonna see what this is all about. And I'm gonna go down. Be like, come over here. Get out of the
Snak
street.
leaves.
Get out of
You
the
see her.
street.
You follow? Okay.
I
stay
told
at
them
the
all to
window.
stay.
She follows.
I know.
Are we
I know.
there?
Are we following?
Okay.
Because we see
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
running out.
You guys
I went-
start to see people
I
running
like
out.
came to the.
Yeah,
I
we'll
went to the door and I'm like standing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, get out of the street. Come here.
You're on a mission of great importance, yes?
Calm down. Yes, come here.
Okay. Alright, so I walk up, arms still crossed. I'm uncomfortable around people in general, so
You can tell by your crazy eyes.
super awkward. I'm also covered in like stains and all kinds of whatever from the woods.
Gross.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, what do you want? Why are you here? What? We're having a
Why
good.
somebody gave me dreams. Was it you?
I don't give anybody dreams. What were these dreams?
Well, I had a dream that the people in a place, this place, right here. And it was you and the other one
Keep
in the
the
window.
voice down.
I can't. You and the one in the window.
Can I still hear him?
You can hear him yelling in the
Mission
street.
of great importance.
There's something wrong with this elf.
Come up to the room. Tell us up there where no one's around.
We need more people in the room upstairs.
It's not full enough. Tell us upstairs.
Is everyone there?
There's not many people. I promise.
Well, I'm disappointed. I thought everyone was going to
Yeah,
be
but-
there. If they're not all going to be there, then I'm not coming either.
The important people are there, but it's not too many because you're nervous around people. Like, it's good. You'll be fine.
We got booze?
Yeah, you
I
can
don't
have
know why I wanted people to be there. Let's go.
Okay,
so
so
I'm
you
gonna
guys
go
all
there.
come in, and the
then
room's
I see her, and
packed.
I'm like,
you
I'm-
walk in, it's like a house party.
But I see her and I'm like, I told you not to follow me. Don't do that.
Hello. Oh, Gregory, yes. And you. Are you there? Oh, I don't know. Am I seeing people? Who's here?
Everybody at the table is here,
Everyone, yes.
including a Earth Genasi and a half elf.
Okay, so they've joined us at this point?
Yes.
They've
So
made
we saw everyone running outside, we followed, and now we're back with you.
There's like 8 people in a 10 by 5
Oh yeah,
room.
it's a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting
I
hot
had
in here.
there's drinks for all.
So, what are the snacks?
What?
What was that?
There you go. What
Nightbirds.
what did you want to come and tell us? It seemed important.
I don't remember. What are you doing here?
Oh gosh.
Why are you in my room?
Something wrong with this
All
elf.
right, listen, mate. I'm Grokk.
2 Ks. Sorry.
That's my line. I'm made of rock. This is my hammer. Haven't given it a name yet. Nice to meet you. And he has like a green glow in his eyes. He's got this cracked earth brown skin, and he extends this rocky hand to you. It's all right, mate. I don't bite. Nice to meet you.
I've seen a guy kind of like you before.
Me? You know me?
No, I don't. But I've seen a guy that looks a lot like you, but he was red and angry, very angry. Are you angry?
No, I'm pretty chill, mate.
Good. Get along.
Oh.
Famous.
He's the angry one. All right, so Alunna speaks up. She says, "Listen, guys. I just want to understand what we're doing here. We need to find Violet. I'm very concerned about her. She's gone. She disappeared around the corner, and that's why I'm here, and this is what I want to do. So what are we doing?"
Does anybody know where we can find a cellar
I do.
I suggest we start there, because that's what the letter says.
I tracked her steps to the cellar, and I tried to kick it in, but it was locked, and then the guards shot me, or he tried to.
Well, we haven't seen guards in a while. Do we want to try again?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You over there, what's going on?
Just taking in the scenery. You're an ugly bunch, you know.
Thanks, mate.
Not much of a look at yourself.
I won't argue with you.
Drinks all around before we go.
That'll make you all look better. Yeah, so give me a big one.
Shots.
Chug up like this.
Shot for the road.
Shots. Okay.
So we're over by like where the camera is. That's where the inn is. So I'm gonna be like, we have like I can see the street from my window. And I'm like, okay, guys, you can see the tavern there. There's got two sides. Why don't we split up and go? The cellar's at the back side along the alley. Why don't we split up and go either side of the tavern just in case there's guards on one side? Huh? Anyone?
Yes.
Sorry, I missed all of that. I was staring out where the crazy man was yelling at us.
There's the inn's there. We can see the tavern from my room.
Yes.
And I'm telling you guys that the cellar's at the back. So I'm like, let's split in two, go around each side of the tavern, divide and conquer. Maybe there's guards on one side, no guards on the other. Better chance of going if we split up and go around.
Did the constable say we were person of power? Did he say that we were like free to leave?
You're not free to leave the town.
Yeah, but like we can wander around
The town,
We just
yes.
have to be
He kind of told us not to look for her though.
I have something to say.
Are we doing this?
Go ahead. The wood elf says, I have something to say. Go ahead.
You may not all know me.
Aww.
I don't.
Yeah, who's that?
That's not what I heard.
Who are you?
You look like a Gerald.
Gerald.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Win.
Okay.
For the win.
For the win. Are we gonna go to the cellar?
Yeah, we're gonna split up and get there.
Call dibs on him.
On Thorok?
Yeah.
Okay. He called dibs on you, Thorok. How do you feel about that?
Seems like something's going on between you guys.
You guys like bunkies or something?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
They look like bunkies to me.
From me.
No, you.
All right. Well, let's go. Okay, so you guys all get together in your little groups. You guys split, and then
Into two groups.
you split into two groups.
So
Who are
we're
the
gonna,
groups?
one group's gonna go around this
Who are
way.
the two groups?
I'm with the orc.
I'm taking that guy. She follows me anyway, so hey, I'll take the
Apparently, I'm
crazy.
following you everywhere.
So
I'll take the
everyone's
crazy guy.
following them, and it's just me and the wood elf.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
You can have Grokk and Alunna.
Oh yeah, Luna and
Get the imaginary
Very cool.
players.
Yeah. Oh, crazy guy, come with us.
I want the
Okay.
crazy guy.
What?
I want crazy
You don't get to claim crazy guy.
Neither do you.
Just stay close, all right? Don't do anything crazy. Don't go standing in the middle of the
There's
street
no guards
yelling.
outside, are there?
Wait, who are you again?
We're the people that you were yelling at about 5 minutes ago.
You know where I live?
If you remember a dream.
Can I? Do I have like?
remember a dream.
Do I have
That
like?
dream.
And you were there.
And you.
And you were there.
I probably wasn't there.
Tell us more about your dream.
Well, you were all there, and you were on a mission of great importance, and you were here,
You told us that
in
already.
this building. And
No.
I was supposed to find you, and I did.
And then,
So, I guess I win. Maybe I can go home now.
is there something after that dream in that?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Nothing, right?
No.
Nope. That's everything.
I'm still like not really sure about him, and
Yeah.
I'm like, do I like have like rope on my person?
Sure. I don't know. Do you?
Don't tie
Do
him.
I?
Check
Is that
your
like
equipment.
a standard kit or anything like that?
Yeah. You'll have it. Yeah.
Okay, can I like borderline want to like tie him and like
wanna
bring him
tie
with
him.
because he's nuts.
You borderline
Wanna
want
put him
to.
on like a toddler leash?
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you gonna be good? Like you gonna stick with us? Because you seem to forget things a lot and not know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll totally follow you guys.
Why don't we like do this thing where if we both hold this rope, neither of us will get lost?
Yeah, whatever you into.
Yeah? All right. Perfect. I'll put it around my my belt loop, and then you can put it around your belt loop,
Sort of.
and then neither of us will get lost.
I don't wear a belt.
Okay, you can put it around your waist, wherever you want to tie it. It'll be on my belt loop because I have one, and you can tie it wherever you want.
Right.
So where do you want to tie it?
I'll figure it out. You start walking.
No. You want me to do it?
As they're talking, can I tie
Yeah.
a knot around his
Nice.
waist?
Yeah.
She tries to tie it on.
Do I see him do? Do I see him doing
Oh,
this?
yeah.
No, I'm
Okay.
trying to like
No, like,
sneak.
do I see her
I'm
doing this
paying
and like
attention.
notice
Okay.
and keep talking?
Okay, yeah. So she does it. She ties
Okay.
it. Okay.
And like, and then again we get her.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, nice. And I'm like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just come with us. It'll be fine.
Okay.
A lot of talking.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you guys start to walk.
Yeah.
You break out in your groups, and you get to the edge of the alley. Are you guys basically coming on either side of the alley?
Yeah.
So yeah, my group's going around this side, and then that group's going on that
Yeah.
side.
I'm gonna hand the rope off to you, just because you're probably gonna have the strength.
Yeah.
All right.
Take him if he tries to run away.
It's a Thorok.
As you approach the alley,
Sounds like water. Is it
Sounds
raining?
like a sewer.
Is it raining? Is it a sewer? Is there a swamp? Is
give
that
me
the
a
swamp?
minute.
They're in a latrine nearby.
Jeez.
A train?
Latrine.
Oh, latrine.
The
You got-
sound always makes me have to go.
Did we open a door?
That sounded like a door.
Rain patters lightly on the blackened cobblestone of the alley. Clouds have blotted out what little night light would have come from the waning moon. The smell of old soot and the charred history of this place lingers in the air. The tavern behind you is quiet. To your right, and then to your left also, you guys.
Depending on which.
Yeah. The alley stretches 100 feet end to end. To your left, it reaches 75 feet before veering off the left around the corner of an abandoned warehouse. Through the darkness, you can hear the clapping of wood against stone. As you peer into the gray dark, you see that about 40 feet from you is a storm door. Same storm door you saw earlier, sitting open and creaking back and forth.
Open now?
Yes. She's like,
No, I'm like reiterating. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
sitting open and creaking back and forth, occasionally slamming against the cobblestone path. You also hear the faint whispers of someone speaking in the dark. A flash of lightning tears the sky, revealing the silhouettes of a number of figures in the alley between you and the storm door.
Wow. It was 100 feet long?
It's standards. By the way, whoever wrote that did an excellent job.
Hang on, there's more of you than I expected, so there's a couple more minutes of that.
The white glowing
This is how-
bandits.
Yeah.
This is
They're albino bandits.
this is how DMs scale up.
Bandit ghosts.
Those are the ones that are illuminated in the lightning.
So you guys are kind of peering around the corner.
So,
Hang on.
oh,
Would you? What? Yeah.
no.
Jeez, you are so anxious.
Yeah.
You hear voices. I'd like who's in the front of the group?
There's,
Of each group.
Thorok and Win on the front of this group.
Okay,
here.
I'd like you guys to make perception checks.
I'm in the front of my group.
Perception.
Come on. 20. Yeah.
Nat 20?
I have
Finally!
a 16.
Nat 20?
Yep.
16.
Okay.
On the most.
And you on this side?
What was it? Perception?
Yeah.
Perception.
8.
You're like confounded rain, and it's just like you're just hating the rain. You don't even know there's guys in the alley right now. But you, with your 20, you hear a conversation that goes something like this. I know I seen her come in here. Another voice says, seen who? Violet. She was sneaking. Didn't look right, neither. Then another voice says, shh, someone will hear you. It's probably nothing. Close the door. Don't want anyone coming around and getting ideas to rob old Kale. I've heard of Yua in the area.
What?
Second voice says, who cares about that old crank? He'll have to fall in line like the rest of your town. The other voice says, no, Glenn. Kale's name carries weight around here. We keep his tavern safe, and he'll side with us when we need him. Then, from behind you, you hear a somewhat familiar voice. Where are you?
I'm right here.
And a figure steps out from the shadows there, and he's got his arm in a sling. He's a big orc with a tusk that's chipped. Where's Grokk? Right beside you?
Grokk is behind me, right here.
And Grokk looks over and he goes, "Uh-oh." And he says, "Come back for some more, have ya, boys?" And that's when we're going to end the session for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Sorry it was a bit of a shorter session. Sorry it was a bit of a shorter session tonight with technical difficulties and partygoers waiting for us upstairs. We can't wait any longer. Thank you, Brandon, for showing up at the last minute and giving us some much-needed comedy.
Thanks for letting me tie. You didn't let me tie.
Really appreciate it. We have parties to have, so we are going to go do that. Thank you so much. If you liked what you saw, make sure that you follow us on Twitch and that you subscribe and hit the little bell icon on YouTube in order to stay appraised of any time that we go live. You will be notified when that happens. Check out our crates. Again, this was our second crate. We are going to go back to going live to the Realm for the next one. It's not going to be public, but we will ask you guys back if you want to come back and finish off at least this portion of
Tim
it.
totally wants to come back.
Or I will NPC you
Look at him, he's
and
into
kill
it.
you.
He's trying to admit to
Savannah's
it.
like a natural.
Yeah,
so
Savannah's
She's
coming.
great.
But she's
Super
not,
experienced.
she's not a
She's
noob,
really
but she's
super
great.
experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stole your letter.
So yeah, check out our crates.
Brandon.
Black Marshes is currently the one on the website. Again, April 1st, when you subscribe, we're going to a different format where as soon as you subscribe, you get the first crate, and then you'll get each additional one after that for the whole storyline. So keep an eye out for the changes there and for all new subscribers moving forward. Thanks to all our partners, Sirenscape, who we got finally the sound set working again, and we will have it better next time. To WizKids and Elderwood for the awesome spell books, and Vallejo as usual. This Monday, Sentinels of the Storm will be live 7:30 Eastern time on YouTube and Twitch, and I don't know if they're going to make it. Sorry, Brandon.
It's going to be bad. It's okay. I've got Leo as my backup.
It's bad. It's really not good. No, it's really not good. We'll see you guys on Monday.